Good morning to each and everyone watching Mama Gagasaba Television. Thank you for being with us again to be with me, Kamikaze. Now let's kick off the news headlines. Hey, Faranda launches 2026 IUT Agri-Tech Challenge. On the international news, AFC M23 confirms attack in Kisangani. Iran demands Oman venue for US talks as tension lies in Middle East. Now let's take a short break. We're back on the news details. Welcome back. This is News in Rwanda. The appeal trial of Claude Muhaimana, accused of crimes linked to the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, opened on Tuesday, February 3, 2026, at court in Paris, France. For complicity in genocide and crimes against humanity. According to Richard Gisagara, a lawyer presenting the plaintiffs, the first day focused mainly on procedural matters, including the selection of 9 lay assessors and 5 substitutes to assist professional judges. Once confirmed, the presiding judge presented a summary of the case and the charges facing Muhaimana. The court later had a psychologist's report on the accused, which Gisagara said revealed nothing unusual. Testimony from witnesses is expected to begin on Wednesday, including expert evidence from genocide researcher Flora Piton. Muhaimana was convicted for transporting Interahamwe militia to sites in Western Rwanda where mass killings of Tutsi civilians took place during the genocide. Moving ahead, Haifa International Rwanda has launched the 2026 IUT Challenge, offering 65 million Rwandan francs in prizes to support youth-led agri-tech innovation, the organization announced on February 3rd in Kigali. The Agriculture, Youth and Technology Challenges invites young Rwandans, entrepreneurs aged from 18 to 35, to develop scalable technology-enabled solutions addressing challenges faced by smallholder farmers. In addition to the increased cash prize up from 50 million Rwandan francs in 2025, winners will receive tailored business development support and mentorship to grow their ventures. Haifa Rwanda say the initiative aims to boost productivity, increase farmers' income, and strengthen resilience across agricultural value chains through innovation. The program has helped past participants find business models, expand markets, and create jobs with examples including increased production capacities and enhanced partnerships with farmers. Now let's take a short break to be back on the international news. Welcome back. On the international news, the AFC M23 coalition fighting the government of Democratic Republic of Congo announced that it had carried out a drone attack on Bagoka Airport in Kisangani.
On the international news, it is in Africa where the AFC-M23 coalition has claimed responsibility for a drone attack on Bagoka Airport in Kisangani, capital of Chopo province in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The attack occurred during the night of January 31st to February 1st, 2026, according to that group. On February 3rd, AFCM23 spokesperson Lawrence Kayuka said the operation targeted drone launch and control sites allegedly used by government forces to conduct attacks in North Kivu and South Kivu. He stated that the coalition would not remain passive while civilians are targeted and vowed to strike government positions at the source of what he described as abuses. Kanyuka asked the Kinshasa government to choose between peace and war, warning that failure to respect the ceasefire would carry consequences. He added that authorities should not blame external actors for the attack, noting that military equipment had previously been seized at Goma and Kavumu airports. The group also warned that the government does not hold a monopoly on the use of drones and mercenaries. Preceding our international news, UK police have opened a criminal investigation into Lord Peter Mandelson over allegations he leaked market-sensitive government information to Jeffrey Epstein. The Metropolitan Police say the probe follows the list of U.S. Justice Department documents, including emails that appear to show Madison sharing confidential details with Epstein while serving as business secretary in 2009. The investigation concerns potential misconduct in public office. Mandelson has denied any criminal wrongdoing on financial motive, though he has expressed regret over his association with Epstein. He plans to resign from the House of Lords but will retain his life peerage from now. Former Prime Minister Gordon Brown has described the other's actions as inexcusable and said he shared relevant information with police. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer said Mandelson had let his country down. The case has raised questions about government vetting and prompted calls for greater transparency. Concluding the international news, Iran has demanded that planned talks with the United States be moved from Turkey to Oman and limited strictly to nuclear issues, complicated further diplomatic efforts amid rising Middle East tensions. The talk, originally scheduled for Friday in Istanbul, come as US increases its military presence in the region. Iran wants only bilateral nuclear discussions, rejecting Washington's push to include Iran's ballistic missile program and regional proxy activities. Tensions have escalated with the recent military incidents, including the US shooting down an Iranian drone near the aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln and the Iranian forces harassing a US flagged tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. President Donald Trump said negotiations were underway but did not confirm the venue. Regional countries fear escalations into wider conflict, especially after US strike on the Iranian nuclear site last year. While Iran its uranium program is peaceful, officials signal some flexibility on arrangement, though missile restrictions remain a major sticking point. This is the end of the international news. This is Mamar Gagasabo Television.
As we come to the end of the news edition, let's remind you of the top stories that we talked about. Hey, Faranda launches 2026 IT Agri-Tech Challenge. On the international news, AFCM23 confirms attack in Kisangani. Iran demands Oman venue for US talks as tension rise in Middle East. And this marks the end. Stay tuned.